Hey, what's up, guys? It's been a little bit. Took a little bit of a break. Kind of like Roan. I haven't really explained where I've been. I've been around. I've been active. I've been active on Twitter, a little bit on Instagram, and very much so in my Discord server, as well as the Deck One Dealt Discord server and a few other Discord servers that I'm in. I got a new job back in March. That has thankfully brought my mental stress level down significantly. And, I just have been kind of taking a break from doing YouTube just to kind of recharge. I've had a lot going on my mind. And really, the biggest one I've just been thinking about the last 10 years of doing YouTube and ultimately asking myself, when is the right time to retire? Even so much to the point where there were multiple points I talked myself into just retiring, now, end of this year. And I even talked about this a little bit in my Discord server and had some people kind of express their thoughts and feelings on it and understanding. When it comes down to doing YouTube, this was always just about talking about music. And I feel myself kind of in a different direction than where a lot of juggalos these days are when it comes to music. I'm all over the place. There's times that I make videos about music that I'm feeling and maybe others aren't really feeling. And for me, doing videos was always going to be about music that I like. That's kind of the whole point, is like music that I enjoy, juggalo or not. And that's just kind of one of the things that's been kind of affecting it. But then ultimately, there's so many other content creators. There's so many other people doing YouTube videos that I almost feel like I don't need to. You know, Whenever a new album comes out or something new comes out, I don't feel like I have to go buy it and do an unboxing to show everybody, because Juggalo Collectibles is holding that shit down. And ultimately, when it comes down to it, I've stopped buying as much. I've stopped buying as much because I listen to so much and there's so much that I want to buy. And I've just almost had this epiphany where I'm thinking, like, I've spent so much money over the last 10 years, whether it be on a new computer, a mic, stuff to keep the YouTube going, or just to buy stuff that I don't necessarily need for the sake of doing an unboxing. And, it's just kind of made me realize, like, I've not really created any kind of nest egg. I'm getting older. I don't really have a lot of savings. And I'm just in a state where I'm like wondering, have I made mistakes? It's just kind of what's going on in my head. Um, and that's the big thing with buying CDs, is like I've spent so much money on buying CDs, and the truth is I'm running out of room for them. The CD tower that you see behind me over here pretty much is full. There's another one out of frame right now that is almost full. And if I buy a new CD tower, I literally don't have anywhere to put it here in the office. So that's been a huge factor right there on slowing down on buying CDs, because it's like I'm realizing at a certain point, like, I'm going to run out of room. So that has slowed me down as far as buying CDs has gone. The thing about doing reviews, and I've slowly been doing more reviews where I'm talking more so about, I'm doing more digital reviews, I guess you will, just talking about the music without so much showing. But back in March and a little bit of February, I actually found myself listening to music purely for the sake of doing a review. So I was literally turning my music sessions, my listening sessions, into work, because I was taking notes. I was listening to everything. Oh, I got to make a point about this. Oh, I got to make a point about that. And it ruined music for me, because I wasn't listening to what I wanted to. I was listening to what I needed to do a review for. And that right there put a huge, huge fucking stake right into the middle of it, where I was like, you know what? Fuck doing reviews. I just want to listen to music that I want to listen to. That was huge for me. When I realized what I was doing, I just was like, why? Why am I doing this? Like, in February, obviously, Bloody Sunday came out. Prior to that, I kind of rediscovered Linkin Park, if you will, and was listening to all the albums of theirs that I hadn't heard. So when Bloody Sunday came out, I forced myself to listen to Bloody Sunday instead of listening to Linkin Park like I wanted to. That was huge, realizing that. And then going into March, Buckshot and Boondocks dropped The Horde, and I was doing the same thing where I was listening to it thinking, I got to do a review, so I need to be listening to this. And I literally stopped that mindset right then and there. I've listened to the Horde maybe 2 to 3 times fully through, and I just stopped listening to it. And I know that that's a review that I would like to put out. I've missed the last few Buckshot projects, but my mindset has just completely switched. And I don't want to listen to music purely for the sake of doing a review, which really kind of sucks because I had this mindset, if I'm not buying albums from these artists that I like, at least I can make a video about it. But then I'm forcing myself to listen to the music even if I may not be in the mood. So I kind of created this vicious cycle for myself, and I'm starting to get that worked out a little bit more. My new approach going forward is going to be I'll listen to it. If on the first listen I'm kind of like, I'm not really feeling this right now, I'm going to do one of two things. I'm just not going to listen to it until I'm ready, even if that takes a month. If that means I make a video where I say, yeah, I listened to it, I wasn't fully feeling it, maybe I will later. I don't fully know what I'm going to do as far as that goes. Or if I listen to it once or twice and it's just not for me, that's going to go into my review. That's going to be a huge factor in my review. Very big case in point, Shaggy 2 Dope's new project. Not feeling it that much at all. So it's kind of like, I don't want to force myself to listen to it for the sake of a review. So if I've only listened to it to a handful of times, that's something important to note if and when I drop the review. So mindset as far as reviews going is really changing. Really changing. But, like I said, there's a slew of projects that I have ready to go, and I think that I want to focus on those a little bit more than I do want to with reviews, but I know a lot of people really look forward to my reviews. Like I said, in my Discord server, I had talked about retiring, and I actually had a Juggalo reach out to me on Discord and saying, you are the reason why I'm actually in the Juggalo world was from your reviews. And that actually meant a lot to me, so shout out to Chris. He reached out to me about that, and he was on Deck One Delt's Juggalo origin story. If you have no idea what that is, definitely go check out the homies Deck One Delt. Keezy is kind of slacking on the Juggalo origin story playlist, so you'll have to go back and watch the actual episode. I will probably link it in the description just so that you guys can go watch his Juggalo origin story. It is, in my opinion, one of the best. But he was one of the ones that reached out to me. He said, "You're the reason why I'm actually in the Juggalo world right now was from watching your reviews," and that's huge to me. So that's definitely motivation to keep doing what I'm doing. But I want to do it right. You know what I mean? I see all the other Juggalo YouTubers on their hamster wheels. Humble Among's running on his, Spread the Dead's running on theirs, Deck One Delt's got their hamster wheel spinning, Thuggalo Show, they just gained a shit ton of momentum with their Violent J appearance. I look over, I see Roan Bones not on his. I see Carnival Spirits has Don Chaos still running the wheel a little bit, but Beastmaster's not on there with him anymore. So it's kind of like I want to just walk on my hamster wheel. I'm not in the rat race to be the best Juggalo YouTuber. I'm out there to be the best me and put forth the content that is the most genuine of me. So that's where my head's at. That's where I've been. I've got shit in the tuck. It's got to be right. And sometimes when I come in here, I'd rather play Minecraft than make a video. So, but just know, motivation's coming back, and the gathering is just a little over a month away now. Megs and I will be there, and usually when the gathering comes around, that sparks a shit ton of motivation for me and inspiration for me. So, if I haven't, by the time the gathering comes out, if I haven't made a full-on return, you can bet probably a little after that I will. But yeah, that's just what's been going on with me. I've been seriously contemplating retirement. When's the right time to retire? I think I've got a little bit left in me, but I don't think it's so much retiring because that turns it into work. I think for me, it's just doing it until I don't enjoy it anymore. I guess is what the whole point would be. Just stopping. But yeah, that's what's been going on with me, and yeah, hope you guys have been good. If you're not in my Discord server, link in the description. There's a link tree. Go join the Discord server. I'm in there every day. I may not be in every conversation that's going on because the Fago spot, which is the name of the server, has taken on a life of its own. There's so many conversations going on, and a lot of times I'm not even involved in them. But bet, I'm always reading. Just know that I'm always reading. So if you would like to be a part of that community, you can do so in the link in the description. That's where I'm always active, even when I'm not making videos. So if you want to know my thoughts on something, obviously you can hit me up on Twitter, you can hit me up on Instagram, you can hit me up on the Facebook page. But Discord is where I'm at every single day. Those notifications are on. Other notifications aren't. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys soon.